Hi, good morning. This is Demi Moore, the doctor, and this video is about carbohydrates, week 2 of biomolecules biology. So in this video, we have our 4 objectives, which is first is define carbohydrates. Second, determine different kinds of carbohydrates based product of acid hydrolysis. Our third objective is determine the types of monosaccharide that are biochemically important. And our last but not the least objective is define all types of carbohydrates. So, in this video, we expect you or us join me to achieve those objectives at the end of the video. So, carbohydrates is the most abundant class of bioorganic molecules on Earth. It is produced by the photosynthetic activity of the green plants. It is also known, called, or referred as saccharides due to the fact that most or many carbohydrates taste sweet or have sweet taste. So, since carbohydrates mostly have a sweet taste, these are some examples. As you can see, there are rice, potatoes, pasta, bread, biscuit, chips, and mostly you can see everything in the photo. So there are five types of carbohydrates that has undergo acid hydrolysis. The first one is monosaccharide. Monosaccharide is a simple sugar. It contains a single polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxyketone unit. It cannot be degraded in a simpler product by hydrolysis, since, of course, it is the simple sugar. Also, monosaccharide is a pure monosaccharide that are water-soluble, white, and has crystalline solid. It is crystalline solid, rather. So, after monosaccharide, the second one is known or called as disaccharide. Disaccharide contains two monosaccharide units. It is covalently bonded. So it has crystallic and water-soluble substance. And upon or having undergone the process of hydrolysis, eventually disaccharide produces monosaccharide. So after monosaccharide, disaccharide, we have our oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides contains 2 to 10 monosaccharide units. It is also covalently bonded. It is usually found associated with proteins and lipids in complex molecules that serve structural regular functions. So that's 3 out of 5 types of carbohydrates that undergone acid hydrolysis. Our fourth carbohydrate is known as polysaccharide. Polysaccharide consists of 10,000 of monosaccharides units that is also covalently bonded. So it has two types of polysaccharide, which is the first one is the homopolysaccharide, that it is a polymers of single monosaccharide. Example for that is glycogen and cellulose. Meanwhile, the second one is heteropolysaccharide that contains more than one kind of monosaccharide. For example is hydronic acid, heparin, and etc. Last but not the least carbohydrates that has undergone acid hydrolysis is called derived carbohydrate. It is the type of carbohydrates that undergone some reactions converting them into other products. For example is sugar acid, sugar alcohols, diacide sugars, and sugar amines. So that is the fifth carbohydrates that has undergone acid hydrolysis. Our next topic is about the monosaccharide that is important biochemically. So in these photos or in this slide, you can see four types of monosaccharide that is biochemically important. First is glucose, second is fructose, third is galactose, and last is ribose. So let's define all those biochemically important monosaccharides. So glucose is the most abundant in nature, nutritionally, most importantly, and the good example for glucose is the grapefruit that is a good source of glucose. And in scientifically form or in formula, it is 6-membered cyclic form. So all those biochemically important monosaccharide is present in cyclic form. So as I've said, after glucose we have our fructose. Fructose is the sweetest of all sugars, the fruit sugar also known. So fructose can be found in many fruits and honey. It also gives dietary sugar. So aside from that, it is also a 5-membered cyclic form. So it is less than one form of compared to glucose. Yet it is the sweetest of all sugars. And it also gives dietary sugar. So after glucose, fructose, we have our galactose. Galactose is a component of milk sugar. It is synthesized in humans. It is also called as brain sugar since it's part of the brain and nerve tissues. It is also used to differentiate blood types, very useful. And the same as glucose, it is a 6-membered cyclic form. And our last but not the least, that is one of the monosaccharide biochemically important is ribose, which can be found or present in the RNA, ATP, DNA, and it has 5-membered cyclic form, just like the fructose. So I guess all of the objectives in this video has been achieved. We have defined carbohydrates, we have identified the different types of carbohydrates that has undergone acid hydrolysis, and we had identified the 4 types of monosaccharide that is biochemically important, and all of those types has been given definition and has explained and given example to you guys in this video. So thank you for watching. Bye.